How's it going, everybody? I wanted to get this quick reaction out to all of you. I apologize of how late it's going to be. Was watching the game downstairs with my family and wanted to get this quick reaction out to all of you and record right before I go to work. But I have to say, before I get into the game, huge thank you to Jurgen Klopp. This is the last game between Manchester City and Liverpool with Guardiola and Klopp as managers in the Premier League, and what a way to go out. That second half, it pretty much summed up in 45 minutes why this is one of the most heavily coveted matches in the last 5 years. The most watched, in my opinion, the highest quality game in world football over the course of the last 5 years. Not saying it has more prestige than El Clasico and some other derbies, but in terms of quality, it's the best. And today showed why it was the best. The title of this video is not deceiving you. I'm not clickbaiting you. We deserve to lose. We really did. Before I get into the players, let's just talk about why. And the simple answer is we got outplayed for most of the game. Huge credit to Jurgen Klopp. Kwanzaa, Bradley, Harvey Elliott, Endo, Joe Gomez at left back, Kelleher, Szoboszlai. Missing Salah, Trent, and Alisson. And they thoroughly dominated Manchester City for the vast majority of the game. I thought we started well, but especially near the end of the second half, and definitely of pretty much all of the second half, they dominated. Is that the reason why they deserve to win? No, it was because of Jeremy Doku's high foot against McAllister, and I watched it back a couple of times. That was a foul. It should have been a penalty. Anywhere else, that's a foul. Yes, he got the ball, but in my opinion, it should have been a penalty. So we did escape with one. Then again, Liverpool missed a whole bunch of chances. Darwin Núñez, especially Luis Diaz, missed a ton of chances. In terms of our defense, I was surprised that Ruben Diaz was on the bench, but seeing how well Akanji did in the first half, I wasn't too skeptical. John Stones and Rodri, I thought, were excellent for most of the game. I thought those two and maybe one or two other players were the only ones that really showed up. Nathan Ake. What can I say about Nathan Ake? The guy that never makes a mistake made a mistake. He pretty much created both goals. He created the corner kick goal with Kevin De Bruyne, and he also created the the goal with Darwin Núñez and that foul from Ederson. Clear penalty. He could have been sent off. I thought Julian Alvarez was absolutely woeful. Haaland was double teamed for the entire game. He didn't really show up today. He wasn't really there today. Kevin De Bruyne, compared to what his level should be, wasn't there today. Bernardo Silva, I thought, was all right. Phil Foden wasn't in the game today too much. I thought he did well in the opening 15-20 minutes. He was getting by Gomez. He was cutting inside really well. But throughout the entire game, it's really a similar situation with a majority of the squad. We really didn't turn up, and we were lucky to get away with a point. I would rather be 1 point behind the leaders than 4 points behind Liverpool. So this is a favorable, I'm looking at the bright side of this. I thought Endo for Liverpool was absolutely amazing. Luis Diaz was sensational. Completely tore Rodri and Kyle Walker a new one, especially in that second half. And I gotta say, Virgil Van Dijk. Yeah, obviously I made a video a couple days ago, or I think it was last week. Got a ton of hate messages on there. A lot of some really, really bad messages that no one can see but me. But that video was about greatness and about trophies and longevity, which Van Dijk doesn't have yet. It had nothing to do with the quality of the player too much. But if I'm judging on quality alone, Virgil van Dijk is one of the best defenders I've ever seen play football. He was man of the match today. I thought he was absolutely amazing. Endo was exquisite today. He really was. McAllister was really good today. I think Szoboszlai and Harvey Elliott weren't that good. Then again, they were pretty much better than anybody on our team. That Doku challenge should have been a penalty. Liverpool should have had a penalty. In the 98th, 97th minute. We got away with one. And whether you agree if that was a penalty or not, at the end of the day, we definitely did not deserve to win that game. Liverpool thoroughly outplayed us for a majority of the game, and yeah, I mean, there's really not much more else to say other than we got to pick ourselves back up. We got Newcastle at home, and then we have Arsenal and Aston Villa at home. So 3 tough matches. All of them are at home. I want to touch on Jeremy Doku and Kovacic. I thought, look, Julian Alvarez had a terrible game. It's fine. He's going to pick himself back up. Other players as well. I'm not giving up on this team. We don't have a divine right to win every single game in the Premier League. So I'm not going to overreact. Doku and Kovacic, I thought, helped us. I think, and this might actually be crazy to say, but I think because of Kovacic, we might have escaped a draw, mainly because of Kovacic. We didn't keep the ball. No fluidity. Kovacic comes in, completely remedies that. Doku I thought was pretty good for the amount of minutes that he came on. I thought Kevin De Bruyne coming off was a bit of a mistake. Well, to put it mildly, huge mistake actually. But, it could be injury precautions. I don't know what Pep Guardiola was thinking, but at the end of the day, it is 1-1. It is a draw at Anfield, a stadium in which we don't really have a good record in, but we're still in the title race, and we got a lot of games coming. 10 games remaining. We can do this. Thank you all so much for watching.